Hey everybody, it's me, the Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. It's Monday night, and this is Twisted Stitches. I hope you had a great weekend and a good week last week, and that you are raring to go for this week ahead. And we are here live streaming tonight on Instagram, Facebook,
the Facebook,
the LinkedIn,
and the LinkedIn, yeah,
and the YouTube,
and the YouTube. Yes, yes, on the YouTube. Yes, I always get thrown off because of the sexter camera.
Paul has been a little bit, shall we say, stressed today.
I'm not stressed, damn it.
So you want to tell the group what happened to you? The little surprise you got this morning when you went to check in for your flight?
No, it's not that I went to check in for my flight. I got a reminder to check in for my flight. It said 6:10
a.m.
I don't generally book morning flights unless that's the only flight. I'm supposed to leave in the afternoon. Therefore, I get to sleep in. I get to do stuff. I get to pack tomorrow. So I think there's probably some glitch going on.
The app is there's a problem with the app.
Email. Yeah, something got screwed up in the email. So I go into the app and it said, important information about your trip. You're not leaving in the afternoon. You're leaving at 6:10, which means I have to be there at 4:10, which means I have to get up at 3:10. I'm in my fourth level of
deep
sleep.
You never leave the house at 3:10.
Get out.
If you have to be at the airport at 4:10.
Oh, right. 3:10, I have to leave the house, and then have to be up at 4:10 because I don't do anything quick.
You'd be up at 2 a.m.
Yeah, not happening.
So then you had to you decided you had to shift gears because now you're staying overnight.
No, you decided I had to shift gears.
Well, I can't imagine you getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning for a flight. So we just decided that Paul's going to stay overnight in Hartford tonight. And so then, of course, he had to do all the things he was going to do tomorrow.
I don't think that's funny.
I think it's hysterical.
No, I don't think it's funny.
Well, because you're a procrastinator.
No, I time things perfectly. I had everything set to go tomorrow,
what happened when we first
today.
met with the margin of error?
Well, I don't figure the airline's margin of error into the equation.
I see.
Hey.
So, all right. What? Hey, what?
We got Mums, Lums, Smuts. Along with Mike the Cop.
Hey,
he
Mike.
Just joined. Patricia Spejo on the Instagram.
Hi, Patty.
Yarn Monkey rides again. Yahoo!
Woo! Yarn Monkey. Hi there.
Yarn Ballet has joined.
Hi.
And Mike the Cop says it's snowing. I could really use my hat. Yeah, what's up with the hat? Hey, Mike, you're going to get your hat about the same time I get my sweater, sometime around the 5th and never.
All right, come on. Let's go right to the, wait a minute. Let's walk right over to the La Pampa now.
No.
No, this is for me, not for you.
Oh.
We're going
Oh, Mike, maybe you'll get yours after all, but I'm not getting squat.
Come on, let's go over to the yarn so we can help Mike find
Hold
a
on,
color for his hat.
let me just hit a couple of comments here on the Facebook. Wow, holy moly.
Holy moly.
Donna Hajlo, yes, you heard the J. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Donna.
Actually, it's just a hi, everybody. Nancy Roberts says hello.
Hi, Nancy.
Put a hand-waving emoji. And Marianne Marie Summers says hello.
Hi.
Anna Maria Milani, hello.
Hi, Anna.
Lila Foster, Yarnies. Anna Colby in Munford, all the way from down south. Happy Monday. I got home just in time. Actually, she's got 3 running emojis, so I believe she pulled into the lot. The door is probably still open on her car. She ran into the house. And Carolyn Noller, hello from Virginia. And Jeff Danicky is in the house.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, checking in from JFK, waiting for my flight to the Italian trade show.
Oh, you're lucky.
Hey, watch those Italian flight attendants. I'm just saying. Leslie Tui Weiss. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Leslie.
Helen Solenberger. Happy Monday. I received my Ken yarn today. Beautiful. Thank you. Patricia Spejo. Whoa, Patricia Spejo flipped from the Instagram over to the Facebook. She says, hi there.
She's in a double whammy.
And all the way from Eureka, California, we've got Rita Johnson Cotterman with a hello, everyone.
Howdy.
Yarn it. I added that piece in. Lorraine Schiller, our friend from upstate New York. Hello, all. Must be Monday.
Yay.
Darren Showers, our friend from Cape Cod, says hello from Cape Cod.
Jared.
Maria Brandt, happy Monday. Got my Ken yarn today. So
Hi,
beautiful.
Maria.
Wow, everybody got their. Of course, I dropped them all off at the same time. That's the reason they're all coming in today. Nancy Parks, don't go to sleep and then sleep on the plane. Yeah, you know what, Paula, you're gonna have to call me to make sure I don't oversleep.
Oh, well, your flights. So you just have to get there what, an hour and a half before you.
No, I need to be at the airport at 4:20. No, 4:10. Yeah, 4:10. I don't like that. Jillian Goldrich says hello, and Jeff Denicky says, "Oh man, I feel your pain. I got to the airport today, parked at Terminal 4, got inside. Oh, that airline is affiliated with Delta, but leaves from Terminal 1. AirTran to Term 1 out of order. Oh man, so AirTran to Term 8, transfer to shuttle bus to 1. Finally got here. Jeez, LOL. Oh my God. Yeah, no, that would not work for me. No.
I'll tell you, travel gets harder and harder. It really does.
Horror. Nancy Parks, I had an international flight moved up by 2 hours and didn't know ahead of time, so I missed it. Oh yeah, no, I'm not missing my flight. No. Oh, because on Wednesday I'm meeting up with Renee and Tom Richardson in Dallas, Texas, and we're going for some barbecue.
I hope you're gonna go live on Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl while you're in Dallas.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. I was going to go live on Restaurants USA. I know they're yarn fans. I have to give that one some serious thought. Yeah.
Why don't you take 2 cameras, go live at the same time?
Because I only have one. Hello.
Well, you have 2 Mophys, you have 2 gimbals.
Well, I was going to leave the one for you. No,
you have a wife.
Yeah,
I could go.
No, who's going to run the store? Doug, let's see. Rita Johnson, Cotterman Doug is still waiting for his socks. LOL. Yeah, it must be a common thread. Pun intended. Julia Johnson Roy, aloha, my friends. And
hi,
Ariana Christina Bruno, hello. Oh, Deepa Kumar, hi. Looks like you guys are having fun. Cool people. Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
So nice to come back to the shop.
Thank you for coming. That was so awesome to meet you guys. And see you guys again. I think it was the third
or 4th time. Yeah, it's so
like
great.
that.
No, we're not coming back. We live too far.
Heather Campbell, hello from Jeff and Heather. Hey, they're at the Wawa.
They're at the Wawa.
Oh, she says, not the gas station. Nancy Parks, I got my Ken yarn last Tuesday. Whoa, how'd that happen? Donna Messung, hi y'all.
Hi, Donna.
Lorraine Schiller, my Ken yarn is beautiful. And Paul is awesome. Well, I made that last part up.
You made that part up.
Annika Van Munford, wait, there's a 4:30 in the morning? Yeah. She's putting a laughing face, but I'm not laughing. That's not funny. Heather Campbell shared. Gloria Hummelfee says hello.
You guys are amazing.
Let's see here. Pamela Cronholm.
Hi, Pamela.
Joined on the Instagram and started following the Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl.
Hi, Pam.
All right. While we're up, Deb Massive, good evening. I love my yarn. I love my yarn from Me Yarn.
From Me Yarn?
I don't know.
Maybe a Ken yarn.
Beverly Reiser, found you again. Hi, you 4.
Hi, Beth. Wait,
wow.
Sleeping, and we gotta get Oreo back in the studio.
Do. When I get back.
Okay.
Like in a couple of weeks, we'll do the.
Yep.
We'll bring. All right. Let's go get Mike the Cop socks.
We're gonna get Mike the Cop's hat. All right, Mike. I hope.
Hat.
His hat pattern. His hat. Okay. So Mike, anywhere up here. Now look, you just pick a color. Tell me your favorite.
Which one?
Color.
The top row or the second row?
Top row. These are all Blue Face Leicester.
All right, Mike the Cop.
And then we're going to move down a little bit. I'm going to show you some other ones that work really good for a
Pick
hat.
your yarn for the hat. I'm thinking this would be department approved right here. That's gray, but I'm just saying.
We know it's snowing there, Mike.
Oh, I like that color.
What's the red one?
No, the other one.
The purple?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mike the Cop says yes. Are you saying yes to the department issue gray?
Department issue gray.
Speak up, Mike. I can't hear you.
We'd go with this one. This department issue gray.
You sure? What's wrong with the other gray? No, the darker gray, like the charcoal.
Paul.
What?
This is a better yarn for his hat.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I meant this one, Mike. I meant this one right here. This is perfect for you. All right, good. Done. He's not responding, but that's his hat color.
So beanie or slouchy?
Beanie. Oh, aren't you going to grab the yarn? You're going to grab it now.
I don't reach the yarn. I have to get it.
All right, I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Oh,
wait, I'll get it.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. All right. Mike the cop.
All right. At least you're getting a garment made. I'm not getting squat. One thing I get is grief.
And you get it so good. And
Oh,
you get it
my
so
God.
often.
Daily. Daily. Yeah, I don't think that's funny.
So I decided I wanted to wear my nice little
Says beanie. Mike the cop says beanie.
I figured that. Okay. So I wanted to wear my nice little descent cowl today because I had on my neck was bare and
hold on a second. Whoa. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt for that. Jeff Deniker said, is that deep purple?
Jeff Deniker.
Hold on. I've got to highlight this one. Jeff Deniker said, is that deep purple? Da, 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 da.
I'm going to surprise you one day.
Oh, yeah. He's fast moving up my list of favorite people. Darren used to be that guy, but then all of a sudden, Darren's no longer playing along here.
After he got a sharing price for having your back.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Like, hello, Rita Johnson Cotterman, you get good grief.
He gets KGYG grief.
Oh my God. Medical fan Munford, Paul, you get grief because you reap what you sow. I don't think so. Donna Hodjo throws up the face palm.
Smack my
Face palm.
Face palm.
Face palm emoji.
Shake my head.
We have Corky Knits joined on the Instagram, and Hannah Press joined.
Hi, Hannah. All right. I don't know. I know we have a Hannah Rubin. I don't know if that's Hannah Press or if that's Hannah Press.
And Rubin are the same.
Well, Harry, people have Instagram handles. I'm KnittyGrittyYarnGirl. That's not my name.
It's not? Hold on a second. Darren Shower says, I'm not allowed anymore. I got a talking to at the retreat. LOL. Lila Foster throws up the crazy eye emoji.
Wow, I want to turn the camera around so everybody can see you do the crazy eye emoji thing.
No.
All right.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Oh, my plant is dusty.
I mean, it's plastic.
No, it's not. Betty Ann will just lose her mind if you insult her plant like that. Oh my gosh. You know, we still have so much good winter knitting ahead of us.
Yeah, like that sweater. Donna Hodlow, still love you, Darren Showers. Oh, that sounds like an okay to do that, deep that thing, that purple thing.
Bright purple?
No. But it's not shallow.
I like my deep purple song better. Just that.
Oh, did you just say deep purple?
No, I did not.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody got their Ken yarn. It seems that all the post people were delivering Ken yarn today, and except Nancy Parks.
I mean last week.
Last year.
Yeah, last week.
Well, that first batch that went out.
Yeah.
And then we had the batch that went out after the weekend was over. And by the way, I am still talking with Jake.
From State Farm?
Yeah, Jake from Ken Yarn. Oh, and several of you were asking about the mini kits and the coral reef. So I'm still working with Jake on those. So be patient, please. Yes.
Nancy Parks, my mother used to have me clean her plant leaves with milk. Rita Johnson Cotterman, I love my Ken yarn.
Mm-hmm.
You clean the leaves with milk. How come? Vitamin D?
I don't know. It makes them shiny. Mayonnaise too. We used to clean leaves with mayonnaise.
We used to clean the side of the fake wood grain on the wagon with mayonnaise.
Oh yeah? Baby oil. We used to use baby oil on ours.
We used mayonnaise.
I used to use baby oil. It was cheaper than mayo. I didn't have that kind of money. Surprised you didn't go and lick the plate when you were done.
That's funny.
Paul's been known to lick the plate. Thank goodness not.
Yarn Ballet. Do you still have some of Jake's yarn in the shop, or should we go to him if we want more?
We have some in the shop. We have some in the shop right here, and we are ordering more for the shop. So
We're your one-stop shop for all things yarn.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Candy Shapiro joined on the Instagram.
Hi, Candy. Okay, so I want to show you what I'm working on. Oh,
Joanne DM43 joined on the Instagram.
Hi, Joanne. Look at this cute little Japanese knot bag. Isn't this adorable? So I went over to the farmer's market yesterday at Smith's Acres, and one of the vendors,
Hannah Rosenberg, joined on the Instagram.
Hi there. So one of the vendors who was there has these amazing, look at these handmade bags. Her work is absolutely stunning, and I fell in love with them, and I wound up getting two. So cute little bags for those small projects. Look at that. Sock projects, and look at this one. This one's adorable as well. Anyway, see if I could work something out with her to do a little trunk show at some point. Just a one day. Look,
Patricia Espejo says she loves your cowl.
Thank you, Patty. Okay, so that's just my little find, but I want to come over here and show you what I'm working on with my Ken yarn, because we had so many little projects that we had looked at when Jake was dyeing up these yarns for us. And the one that I chose, because it uses both colors. I have the pink and the blue, the Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl and Nitty Gritty Yarn Boy. So I am going to be working on the Silver River Shawl. And this was the project that I picked. A couple of reasons why. Number one, I wanted to do the short rows. I love the picot edging on it. And it also has these cute little stars in here that I don't know if you can see that in the picture, but there are little stars that are in there as well. As I read through the pattern, I was really impressed with Helen Stewart as the designer. And I really like the way she put this pattern together. It uses a size 6 needle, US size 6 needle. I always start with a small wire because I hate to have all the wire, that extra wire hanging around when I'm knitting. And as I grow the stitches, I just change to a larger wire. So in the instructions here, the two different stitches that you're using your knit front and back, of course, besides your knit and purl. So you're using a knit front and back to increase your rows, to increase the number of stitches on your rows. And then there's this cute little star pattern. And the star pattern is adorable because you're knitting 3 stitches together. Don't take them off the needle, then yarn over and knit the same 3 stitches together. So it's pretty cool. So if we wanted to do and then you can see I just got started on this and I'm on my right side, but just to demonstrate that technique.
Rita Johnson Cotterman says, oh, that's the one I picked too.
Oh, is it? Okay, so I'm just going to knit a few stitches in. And then it says to knit 3 stitches together.
Hold on, we're going to do the...
Okay, the over the shoulder. Oh, hi, honey.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Can you see there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to knit 3 stitches together. But we're not going to take them off the needle. Then we're going to yarn over. And we're going to knit those same 3 stitches together again. And now we're going to take our stitch off the needle. And you can see the little star pattern. Whoopsie, that one's in the wrong place. Cross looks like it crossed over. Hold on a second. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. Come here, you. There we go. And so now we have our little star stitch right there. And then, whoops, we'll do it again just to show you the technique one more time. I'll knit a few stitches. 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to do our star stitch. So we're going to knit 3 together. Then we're going to yarn over and knit 3 together again. And take all those stitches off the needle. So there we have our little star stitch, of course, which will show up much nicer on the next row. But this is how the stitch works. Interesting, huh? Okay, so now I'm going to take a peek here at the wrap and turn. Now you look at the instructions here, and the instructions very simply tell us to slip the next stitch. And now I'm going to do this so that you can see. A lot of people avoid patterns that have short rows in them because they're afraid of them. And this really, short rows are not hard at all. And especially when it's all garter stitch, you don't have to worry about picking anything up or, it's very, very simple. So I'm going to knit a few stitches. And then for this wrap and turn, it says to slip the next stitch purlwise from the left to the right needle. Bring the yarn forward as if to purl. Slip the stitch that you slipped before back to the left needle and turn the work so that the opposite side faces you. Now you can go back the other way because your yarn is now on in your right hand, and you just pick up your stitches and you just pick up your knitting and knit to the end of the row or to whatever the instructions tell you to do. Okay, so these were my 3 stitches that I knitted together before. I have to make sure I knit all those 3 stitches. Although I have to check and see what the design tells me to do, I haven't gotten to the back side of that row yet. And then continue to the end. So let's do another short row. It says to slip the stitch from the left needle to the right needle. Bring your yarn forward. Slip that stitch back to the left needle. Turn your work. And now you can knit back the other way. And that's how you create your short rows. And in this case, the short rows are giving us, you find that on here. If you see how this row, let's look at the blues here, are narrow, and then they get wider and wider and wider. So as you're doing your short rows, you're creating that shaping in the pattern. And then our little picot edging at the side. So I'm excited because I really believe that this pattern is going to go very quickly. The knit is going to go very quickly on this. Something else I like about it is look at how she's written this pattern. In the first part of the piece, you're working with your main color. And
Reba Lioness joined on the Instagram.
Hi, Reba. And so every row, every right side row, once you hit row 7, is knit 2, knit front and back, knit front and back, knit to the last 4, knit front and back, knit front and back, knit 2. That's your whole pattern.
That's it.
On the reverse side, all you're doing is knitting all the way across. Of course, now there are going to be places where it's stated otherwise, but for the beginning of, for this part of the pattern, it's very simple.
Kathleen Thompson says hello. Coming
Hi,
to
Kathleen.
us via YouTube.
Hi, Kathleen. How are you? Thanks for joining us. And let's see, Nancy Parks is there.
Nancy Parks says, I'm so grateful that you knit right-handed, even though you're a lefty.
I know. Hi, Michelle. I see Michelle joined us.
Lewis, hi there.
Yeah. Somebody came into the shop the other day and asked me if we teach left-handed knitters. And I said, of course we teach. We teach everybody, but I wouldn't be so wrapped up in if you're left-handed or you're right-handed, because I'm left-handed. And when I learned to knit, my grandmother just said, do this. And she showed me how to wrap the yarn with my right hand. And so that's what I started doing. I guess I could wrap it with my left hand just as easily, but I don't. So I think it's more whatever you're comfortable doing. And if you do want to knit left-handed, or if you do knit left-handed, then just when you're learning, rather than sitting next to me, just sit opposite me, and you'll be doing the same thing that I'm doing, a mirror image of what I'm doing. So, and I'm curious how many knitters in the group, not continental knitters, U.S. knitters, actually knit with their right hand, or do they knit with their left hand if they are left-handed? So I was curious about that.
Kathleen Thompson says, I am a beginner knitter.
Well, welcome.
And Jillian Goldrich, I am right-handed and I wrap my yarn in my left.
And are you a continental knitter?
And are you in the continental U.S.?
No, she is in the continental U.S.
How do we know that?
Jillian Goldrich?
No. Kathleen Thompson.
I am right-handed. Jillian Goldrich. I am right-handed, and I wrap my yarn with my left hand.
I read that part already.
Right, and I've said
Donna Hajlo, I have taught lefties using a mirror.
Yep.
Darren Showers, I'm right-handed, but I knit continental.
Yes.
And Jillian Goldrich says yes, continental.
Right. So you're not wrapping, you're picking.
Kathleen Thompson says yes.
Yes, you're not wrapping, you're picking, and that. All continental knitters pick with their left or from their left hand. But when you're wrapping the yarn, it's a whole motion that you're doing. But when you're picking, you're picking
buffering
with your
for
left
some
hand.
reason.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why this is buffering.
I don't know. I would think that a left-handed knitter would go from the right needle to the left needle. I don't know.
And Annika Fan Munford, I'm right-handed and use my right hand to wrap.
Yep. So I don't know. I'd have to find out about that, Nancy. I'm gonna do some research.
Leslie Tui White says started as a left picker and went to continental.
I thought a left picker would be continental. So that's very interesting. That
Diane Gondek, good evening.
Good evening, Diane. I'd be curious if there were any actual left-hand throwers in the group. Paul's looking at me like I have two heads.
Knitters, pickers, throwers. All righty then. Lila Foster said, Diane Gondek says better late than never. And Lila Foster been buffering the whole time.
Oh.
Nancy Parks, what is meant by continental? And Heather Campbell says, my gran is lefty. She shifts her stitches from our needle to left needle, and she's a thrower with her left hand.
Oh, interesting. I'd love to watch her knit. That would be very, very interesting. Nancy saying what is meant by continental? Continental is a European style of knitting where you are actually picking the stitches where you're, come here, Paul, where you're holding your yarn in your left hand like this, and you're inserting the needle this way and then picking up the stitch and taking it off. And that's called picking or continental style knitting. With US knitting, your yarn is in your in your hand, in your right hand, and you're taking the yarn and throwing it over the needle, which is hence the phrase throw.
Jillian Goldrich, when you knit backwards, you throw with the left hand. Deb Massa, I taught a lefty to knit, and she did a mirror image of right. It was so cool to watch her. And Diane Gondik says, I'm a hooker.
Yes, you are a hooker, Diane.
Nancy Parks, ooh, thank you.
So I can pick, but it takes me so long to do it that I'd rather throw. So, and I'd like to learn more, but I'm always in such a hurry when I'm knitting. I don't mean rushing through my project. I mean, trying to get projects done, that I don't take the time to learn a different method. And so I'm really happy with doing things the way I do them, just because it makes my life easier.
Jillian Goldrich says you knit backwards when you don't want to purl. And Kathleen Thompson says, which needles are better, wooden or steel? And Rita Johnson Cutterman says, have you seen Portuguese knitting? It looks interesting.
Yes, the Portuguese knitting, you use a little safety pin or a pin to pull your yarn through. And I'm not quite sure. I think it's really more about leverage.
What's the answer on the wooden or metal?
Oh, that's all really personal choice. That's really very much personal choice. What works best for you? I love wooden needles. Everybody has their own favorites. There are people who swear by metal needles, and I prefer to use wood. So I think it's whatever works for you. I find that for me, when I'm knitting on metal needles, my yarn slides off. And so I get more frustrated than anything else. So it's just easier for me to knit with. And I like the way the wood grabs onto the yarn better. It's got a little more friction when I'm knitting with this. So I prefer wood.
Michelle Mango Lewis says, I use continental when doing Fair Isle, use both hands. Annika
right.
Van Munford, I can knit continental, but I can't purl continental. And Kathleen Thompson says, I am using circular needles. And Michelle Mingo Lewis says, I love metal needles. Wood only when the yarn is slippery.
Uh-huh.
And Jillian Goldrich says, I think the yarn will determine which needles are better.
Yeah. See, and for me, I use wooden needles no matter what I'm knitting. So I think it's, again, matter of choice. Whatever works for you is what you do.
Beverly Reiser says, it depends on the yarn, what needles I use.
It's so funny. Everybody's got their own little methods. And so my suggestion to you, or to our newer knitter there.
Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Ironer 18 joined, and she says, beautiful cowl. What is the pattern?
The pattern is, this is the Descent cowl. And it was published back, this was it 2020 when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away.
I think so.
And this was the cowl that was one of several that was created to commemorate Ruth Bader Ginsburg's life. And I do love it. Really pretty.
And Reba
done in a couple of
Lioness
different ways.
says, can't use DPNs at all.
Oh, DPNs are like, they're my nemesis. I think they could be everybody's nemesis.
Patricia Espejo says, I'm a Chiagoo person.
Yep, Chiagoo person. There are lots of Chiagoo people out there. I know Chiagoo, well, they do make wooden needles as well, I believe, but when the Chiagoo folks are pretty much about the lace needle that they have.
Chiagoo. That sounds like something your peeps in Jersey would say.
No, silly man. No, you're a silly man. I'm taking out the stitches that I knitted here so that I make sure I have the right number of stitches on my needle, which, by the way, I wanted to mention on this. Okay, I think that's all of them. So I wanted to mention also on this pattern, as you knit each row, this is kind of one of those patterns where you can go a little mindless and you can watch TV and just kind of enjoy your night. This tells you how many stitches you have at the end of each row, which is really cool because sometimes, you just don't want to pay attention and mark off rows, and you're increasing on your right side rows and knitting straight across on your wrong side rows. So you know that if you want to count your stitches on a right side row, you should be able to find where you are on the pattern.
Michelle Mangolo says, I'm strictly Addie.
Oh, you like Addie's? Cool.
And Patricia Espejo says, hey, I'm from New Jersey! Exclamation point.
I am too.
Diane Gondek, I have bamboo hooks that I love to use. And Julia Johnson-Roy, fabuloso.
Okay, I think I've got this back to its original state here that I was working on before. I'm not so sure about this one. Looks like a very long stitch there. I may have to go back another row because I don't know what I did there.
You played a part of the frog?
Well, it was because I was demonstrating. I demonstrated it on my work, which is probably not the smartest thing for somebody to do.
Leslie Tue Weiss, me 3, and Anna Maria Wermansky. It is a pattern that advanced beginners can do. Is it a pattern that advanced beginners can do?
Well, it's really just slipping stitches from one needle to the next and then knitting your other stitches. So, I would call it an advanced beginner's pattern, a little adventurous. But if you can knit in the round, hold on. Oh, hold on.
Oh, microphone
for Mike the cop. Let me see if I can get that. Okay. So you're casting on and knitting in the round. So if you've ever knitted a hat and you've joined in the round and worked in a circle, that's what you're doing here. And I can't remember where we start from. If we start, this looks like my cast on row. And so you're knitting in a circle. And when you're doing your slip stitches, you're using 2 colors, but you're only ever knitting with 1 color at a time. So it's not like you're carrying yarns across the row and doing something crazy. You're knitting with the color that you're working with and slipping the other color that's on your needle. And so that's basically all you've got. You're creating this little dotty pattern. These are the dots here. And then as you come around to the slip stitches here, and no, I guess this is the bottom of it. This is the bottom. So you start off with the dots around it, and then you just keep moving. So there you go. That's the whole pattern. And there's your center back. And I do love this pattern. I think it's so pretty and it's very easy to do. We've done it in a couple of different yarns. This is the DK weight, which the pattern calls for. We also knitted it in Silk Garden. And this was really cool because when we did this, I think the pattern is here. Yeah.
Nancy Park says your microphone dissented.
My microphone dissented. Yes, you know what? Here, let me put it back up here. We knitted this using, this is a DK weight. Patagonia is a perfect yarn for this. And then we also knitted the same, we used the same exact number of stitches. We followed the pattern exactly. The only thing we changed here was the size of the needle. We went with the size needle that the yarn called for. So this is the Descent cowl. It's the exact same cowl, and it's knitted using a worsted weight. And look how different it looks. So let me show you. Oh, I put this one on now. My poor microphone is getting a workout today. So it's really cool about this one. When you put
bigger,
it on.
lot.
Yeah, and it's the same. Just watch me. I watched us buffer right there for a second. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know what? Maybe my Wi-Fi. Maybe I was on that Xfinity thing again.
It's the right one. It's mine.
Oh, sorry. So on this one, this is how it looks.
The camera.
Using, thank you, Paul. Using the Silk Garden. So that's the same cowl using two different yarn weights. DK weight and a Worcester / Aran weight.
All right. Deepa Kumar wants to know how many stitches you had on this.
How many stitches I have on what, Deepa? I'm not sure what you're asking.
How
many stitches do you cast on? You'd have to look at the pattern. This pattern or this kit is on our website. So you can go to KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com and look at the kit on the website. If you have any questions about the pattern, just let me know and I will, I'll be more than happy to help you out with that when, once we get you started on the project. So that's what's on my needles. I'd love to know what you all are working on and appreciate you sharing all your projects on Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl and in the group. Nitty Gritty Yarn Group is really growing so nicely, and we really appreciate you all sharing that and sharing it with your friends so that your friends are joining too. We had somebody this weekend join and welcome if you're on tonight. It was Joanne Palumbo, right?
Yeah, she invited like 10 friends.
Thank you very much. And she invited several of her friends to join too. So that's
10.
really very, very nice. Wow, 10 of them?
Yep. Patricia Espejo says, Kira, CO114 stitches.
Oh, cast on?
Oh, yeah. Kathleen Thompson says, that's very pretty. And Rita Johnson Cotterman still working on my doodle sweater.
Get that thing done. Let's go. Let's go. I'm finishing up mine now. I finished. I can't believe I started and finished the marled sweater. I couldn't wait to get this off my needles. I loved it. I didn't want to stop working on it. That's how fast it went along. It was just so beautiful to work on.
That's the marled sweater.
This is the marled sweater. My doodle sweater is here. It's being very patient while I'm working on other things.
You cut the doodle sweater?
I didn't cut it. I didn't cut it. I just had to do something else. So I'm going to work on this one. That's next. And I'm helping one of our fans is having surgery, and I promised I'd help her out. And so I'm finishing up one of her sweaters for her because she's been unable to knit. So I'm finishing her sweater for her. So those are the things, the sweaters. I'm still working on sweater weather sweaters. Right? I said it 3 times fast.
Sweater weather.
And now I'm going to work on this. This is going to be my little in-between project right now. Remember, we said one sweater and then a smaller project. Although I may have to sneak in Mike the Cop's project there too.
Yeah, no mention of my sweater.
But don't tell Jen and John that I knitted you a hat and not them.
All right. I think it's
Is
sharing time.
Is it sharing time?
Yeah.
Okay, let's walk over to the sharing bucket. Thank you, everybody, for sharing Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. We so appreciate that. And remember, every time you share, your name goes in the sharing bucket, and then we share back. So let's see what's going on. Jeff Denicky, if you're still on, safe travels. Stay safe out there. And we'll chat with you soon. Whoa. That was interesting.
And the winner is.
The winner is Jill Duell.
Yay!
Congratulations, Jill Duell. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you supporting Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. And thank you for being on our show, everyone. We've got so many things happening here. Don't forget, we've got a Vogue Knitting Live coming up, followed by Jody Long. And then in March, we've got our March Madness coming up with Whitney Terrell's going to be with us for that. April, we have local yarn shop day coming up, and Irish Schreier is going to be here for local yarn shop day. We've got so many things. Oops, and by the way, Knit in Public is coming in June. So
hold on, we got a bunch of comments that we missed here. Marianne Murray Summers working on Doodle Rainbow Shawl in Coral Reef.
Oh, nice.
And Patricia Theo says, oops, sorry. CO 144 stitches crochet is chain 114.
Got it.
Lila
yes, there's a
Foster,
crochet pattern for that too.
Lila Foster, I am working on an entrelac shawl marled sweater next.
Oh, cool.
Beverly Reiser, I'm still working on several sweaters. Heather Campbell says, congrats, Jill. Beverly Reiser, congrats. Donna Hodlo, congrats, Jill. Patricia Spejo says, good night.
Good night.
Nancy Park says, safe travels, Paul. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you very much. And Donna Hodro said, safe travels, Paul. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Be careful. We love you. Bye-bye.